Yeah, it's about that time once again for Tuesday night light streams. Tuesday night live streams. Boy, what a way to come back. I'm going to tell you, it's day one. Although it's technically not for Warhammer CHAOSBANE. I was excited about this game the minute I saw it because I like Warhammer and this looked Diablo-esque. That's not a bad thing necessarily, unless it's an absolute clone, and it may be. So from just from what I'm seeing on it, but turns out you could have got a super deluxe edition of this and got some early gameplay in on the Xbox, I believe. If you wanted to pony up $70 for this, which I didn't. Normally I am that guy, but this is a Maximum Games published game, and that's usually synonymous with dog do. So, yeah. Pardon me if I didn't want to do that. This is risky. But let's get into it right now. We're going to check this out. I've already looked a little bit at the gameplay, and again, it's very Diablo. But is it going to be a poor man's Diablo? Is that what we're going to look at here? I can't really tell what they're going for. We got 4 different heroes you can pick, and then they say create after you pick the hero, like you're making a character. But you're really just picking a character. I mean, that'd be like on Ninja Turtles Arcade if you picked Leonardo and it said create. You're not really creating him, you're just being him. Now, I realize these games are gear-centric, and that's how it really melds and molds what your character comes to be. Diablo is the same thing, although at least they let you name the dadgum dude. We're joined by the Ice Pirate and Nostalgia already here. Welcome, we're going into the sewers on a main quest. But yeah, I was just a little underwhelmed at the character creation there. And again, there may be a reason for that. You may need to use all 4. It gives you an option to change heroes. And if you were already 10 levels in on this, I don't know why you'd change to level 1 on another, or how you'd change to a level 10 on another without actually having played that character. So maybe this game you have to strategize by using all 4. And if that's the case, then that's something unique to this game that you don't do in Diablo. But if you will look, and if you will bear with me here, Car H is in the house. Welcome, Carlos, to our live stream. Great to have you on the scene. You do still need D3. I'll see what I can do. But you're going to see a lot of similarities here. Shocking similarities. And I don't want to say that like that's a bad thing, because you hear me all the time say, oh, it's a Diablo-ish game, so that makes it cool, right? And yeah, generally it does. But if it's an exact clone, and I've got Diablo on 97 different systems, then is there really a need for that? Do I have a need for that? I don't know if it's your first game like this. What's really going to make or break this game is the depth that the gear creates, You got online co-op you can do with randos or with friends. Whoa, look at this. Shield bash. Dude's got him a couple moves, right? Getting some gold. I mean, it looks good. I mean, some of the light on the armor, the twinkling, the water looks decent. How goes everything? Going good. Going good. And yes, I did get Divinity 2, and it is the 9th wonder of the world. It's amazing. Divinity's amazing. And we've got a lot of D&D coming our way. We're getting reboots of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. We're getting Neverwinter. We're getting Icewind Dale. And Torment is actually also going to be in one of those collections. But those are coming to all current-gen consoles. Very excited about that. I'm hung up here and can't move while I'm swinging. Look at this big thing. I'm guessing... Is that hurting me? Is that what's up? Am I poisoned or something? Let's figure out what's going on here. Something was hurting me, but it wasn't that thing. Oh my. Knock everybody off of me there. Oh, we got some fragments. That should be good. Whatever they do. What are they doing? I think they're forming one bigger turd creature. Oh, we're going to go ahead and use our potion. Again, very Diablo-ish. There will be a cooldown period. So let's go and look at what we've got. And this is important because we talked about this in the title initially. And I want to show you this. A lot of people were on Steam, on forums, complaining about, I didn't get my pre-order stuff and yada yada. And I hear you. If you didn't, that sucks. So let's look. Let's see, where was it? Oh yeah, it was under something really weird. It's under fan skills. It's a helmet. Why is it under skills? I don't know. Maybe there's a reason for that. I couldn't tell you what. There's also no reason it won't stay on that, and I can't go over and look at those things. You won Divinity 2. That's good. Is this the deluxe version, and what comes with that version? This is not the deluxe version. Just more in-game stuff. And again, as a Diablo game, you really need that. You're going to find better loot than they're going to give you anyway. What I got here, and that's what I want to look at, was the helmet pack, which is a headgear appearance. It won't be used later on, I guess, until I actually get helmets, and it will change the look of said helmets. They're never clear on that. You don't get helmets in the dadgum thing. It's a cosmetic thing later on. And people didn't even see this, so some people said they just flat out didn't get it. They knew where to look, you know. There were people in the forum saying to look here under fan skills and the passives and see what you got. An emote, whoop-de-doo, and the Blessing of Wisdom, which is a 5% XP buff. They tell you get an XP boost. 5% is not a very big boost. The people that have already played some of this are saying that that's so minuscule in the scheme of things, you might as well not have it. So, you know, never you worry. So we've got some points to allocate. Whirling Slash. Not really clear on what we just did there. So we can take that out and we can move it to this. Or can we? I guess not. We're not the right level to get those. Well, that's cool. We'll play some more. I mean, I think we've got a good game here, but I mean, how good? You know, do you need to run right out and get this? I don't know. If this game's good, it's not because Maximum Games had anything to do with it, I can tell you that. Because they publish some of the most foul-smelling, diarrhea-encrusted turd games ever to infect the base of a bargain bin. Now, there's a loot chest here. Gen X Grown Up is swinging through to say howdy, and I can't tell you how exciting that is. Always great to have you in here. Oh, we got a soldier helmet, and we got a ring. And now back into the thing. I think it auto-equips that stuff. I wasn't wearing that a second ago. So that's kind of convenient, I guess. We're going to get a critical damage buff and a maximum health boost with a ring. And on we venture. Thou hast discovered the nuke of shooting. Oh, look at all these boogers coming in. There's boogers. Like Sonic Racing, is Wreck-It Ralph somewhere in Warhammer as well? I doubt very seriously that Maximum Games has the licensing to pull that off. But if they do, at least you'll be here to see it firsthand. Right now, we're just attacking boogers in the sewer. And there are a lot of boogers. You know, these games are relaxing in the sense that you just swing and you swing and you swing. And there's a little bit of skill involved, but really you can just kick back and hack, and you can slash, and you can just really enjoy yourself. In fact, Diablo has something embedded in it that makes you fall asleep. And I've talked to multiple people in forums about this, and a lot of people are like, oh, I thought it was just me. No, it's not just you. Oh, I've unlocked a new skill. I believe I leveled up. Yeah, you get over here. But yeah, Diablo 3 will knock you out. I've never fell asleep playing a game before, except Wonder Boy and Monsterland, which I played for like 14 hours straight and passed out due to flu-like symptoms and high temperature and all that. Diablo, I woke up just like Homer Simpson, just in a beer coma. Weirdest thing I've ever seen. Alright, so we got some stuff just then. Look what we got. We got a cool shield. The helmet that we want done. Power up. Yeah, I love Diablo too, but God almighty, I just wake up and it's like, what happened? It knocked me out. I get so drowsy, it hypnotizes you. And it's not just the rhythmic, you know, constant button mashing. That's not it. Just exhaustion sets in. And it's not even a stressful game. I remember falling asleep to some Zelda fishing. Best nap I ever had. I could see that. There are boogers everywhere. Get back over here, you booger. Wild Boy says he's in the Florida Keys. Well, we just got back from Ocean Isle Beach and NC, and that was pretty fun. Everybody got good and sunburnt, and ate, drank, and had a good old time, and ordered some pizzas down by the pool. Oh yeah, buy a pizza. I fell asleep watching a Vaseline lens live stream one time, but that's another story. Lean and mean and a lens covered in Vaseline. Yeah, great to see everybody turning out tonight. My view count doesn't seem to be working, so I have no idea how many of you are here. But it's great that you're here. What did we get? Some Nuln soldier gloves. Well, I tell you, this stuff just works when it wants to, doesn't it? Alright, another chest. Who leaves all these chests around in games? Hey, I've got some valuable stuff. I'm going to go down in a sewer filled with boogery rats. And I'm going to put it in a chest. And then I'm going to leave it there. Intrigue Gaming says, Warhammer in Diablo format. Interesting. Exactly what I said months ago when I found this thing on my Amazon list. I was like, well, we're going to buy this. But is it better than Diablo? Does it even have to be? Yeet! Yeah, that's a neg on that, Gen X. We don't serve that here. We must not have come this way. There are barrels that aren't blown up. Even the cutscenes in this look remarkably similar to what Diablo does. And it's like, Diablo-esque is one thing. If you straight up copied the game, that's going to get boring quick. Because you copied a game that everyone's played to death and has on 5 different systems. It's kind of like other first-person shooters trying to survive in today's market. They just don't. Because you're not Call of Duty and you never will be. You can want to be. But even Battlefield falls short of the mark when they try. So it's like, just don't try. This is a big room, and odds would suggest that there's something in here. But there's not. The rooms feel very empty. I mean, you got barrels to break, and that's great. Urns, whatever you want to call them. But in Diablo, there was stuff everywhere you could break. It is not to say there won't be later in this game, too. But there were, you know, structures that you can interact with and cut and drop things on people. And while it didn't do much damage, it was really just nice for show. So, you know, this game was not expensive. It's not a full price. At least I don't think it was. Was it full? Maybe it was. Now I gotta look. I ordered it so long ago. Amazon doesn't charge you when you pre-order something. They charge you when they ship it. So it's real easy just to hit, you know, just to fire and forget on your pre-orders. And it's like, you look up and the mailman's at the door and it's like, well, here's tonight's game. Let me see how much it was. I'll tell you. It might have been full price. Oh, there it was right there. CHAOSBANE. Ooh, yeah, $60, man. No, this will be $14.99 pre-owned at GameStop before you can blink. And you can write that down and say I said it. So I wouldn't run right out and get this. John says, YouTube superstars like Emceemur don't pay for games, fool. Technically, you're right. And that has started. And I actually went back to GameStop today for the first time in a long time. Made a trade on a game I had sitting here that I'd recently picked. Doubled my money on the game, you know, via a promo. And it was on a game that wasn't worth a plug nickel. They paid more than market value for the game. And just started dropping it on stuff we got coming out this year. So we are going to be back to getting all our stuff free. $80 for the big edition. Yeah, I just wasn't doing it, man. Not for a Maximum Games game. They've got some serious fears on them thinking they can charge that much for any game. What is this nightmare? What is he doing? Maybe this wasn't where I was supposed to be. Yeah, Mur-Nomics indeed. That's how we do it. Now, optimally, I'd rather sell a game that I don't want. But a lot of times you got to check GameStop because you just got to look. If you're going to get more out of that from them, you don't have to ship it to anybody. That's the nice part. You don't have to pay closing costs on it. They're paying you above market value. I mean, that's... And if you got pre-orders with them anyway, that's what works. Did I tell you my daughter now works at a used game store? You did not. You did not, sir, and that's very intriguing. You should go to the store if they're cool with that and maybe do a video on the place. I mean, I like privately owned places as long as it's not some eBay hut, you know. Okay, dude's down here. I was about to say I'm getting lost. I paid for Bloodstained on the Switch, and before I even got to play it, it went free to play on Xbox. Let's get that thumbs down on the picture. Now, it's a good game, don't get me wrong, but Jesus. Switch is over here asking $40 for stuff that's free on other consoles. I can continue to win the anti-Switch argument all day. It's not hard. Oh, but I want it portable. No, you don't. I brought it to the beach. I didn't play it once. I didn't even get it out once. I was too busy freaking dealing with, you know, wild kids and, you know, suntan lotioning everybody and getting dinner for everyone and hauling luggage and jeez. I like the Switch, but there's no need to buy multi-plats on the Switch because they're going to be free somewhere else later. I just keep getting duped. Meanwhile, Xbox and PlayStation give away real games. Videos I will do on that later too, but I'll tell you, and there's no need to do one. It's just if you really look at it, yes, it went free to play on Xbox Gold. If you've got Gold, if you got PS Plus, you don't even ever have to buy a game. I mean, God, Oddly, I already did a video there before she worked there. Maybe I saw that. But yeah, just kind of a gripe there that it's like... And it's not just that. Switch is asking top dollar for games that were free to play on 360. I mean, it's just like, stop already. And people are all, I'm really excited for Assassin's Creed 3. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just not. Okay? You're really not. I've had shoe boxes full of those. They're worthless. Why would you pay for that game? Oh, it's remastered. Okay. I got 1,000 experience points, and it's what I want done. And 100 gold crowns. Now, I like my Switch, man. What it does well, it does well. But no more multiplats. I've said that before, and every time I do it, I get burned. Alright, let's go to it. Let's get back to it. Now we're coming down this way. Ah, here we go. You don't love paying the Nintendo tax? Oh, this 4-year-old PC game that's been in 3 humble bundles. It's so true, dude. I mean, you ain't lying. I'm not trying to dog them. I'm just saying, because we have options. We have options this game. Ain't nobody telling you got to go buy Saints Row the 3rd, you know, the 15th time in your life. Ain't nobody telling you got to do that. But the fact that they have the gall to ask what they ask for that, or even think that re-releasing it's going to be profitable, and then it doesn't run worth a horse turd. Last-gen consoles are running circles around this thing. So for Mario and Zelda, yeah, let's do it all day, but I have to swear off the multiplats on that because it's not viable. It's not economically viable. It makes no sense to me. And I'm supposed to be reviewing this game right now. We're getting off subject, but there's really nothing else for me to tell you except just look at this. It's basically Diablo. Oh, I think we have a new move. And I don't know what these fragments do. What? Oh, just Greesh! Oh, that was like a big charge. Let's see. Well, you know, if people are going to gobble it up, then I guess I can't blame them for doing what they do. But I would get this when it hits 20. And it will. It will hit 20. And you know how I know? Viking Wolves of Midgard did a review on that day one. Really cool game. Another game just like this. Very Nordic, Viking, hardcore, blood sacrifice, pagan crazy Diablo game. It's $15 at GameStop right now. I highly recommend Viking Wolves of Midgard. But not for $60. But, you know, you don't have to buy it for that. You wait, you get it for $15. I almost rebought it while I was on vacation. I almost bought it back. Like, damn, I'm going to wait for $9.99. I'll be paying $9.99 for that. Yes, IG, the inventory, that's my problem with this. I love Diablo-esque games. That's not a bad thing about a game. But if you just copied and pasted, which is what I think they did here, how cool is that going to be? And for how long? You don't have the loot. You don't have the oomph, the cojones that Blizzard brings. You know what I'm saying? So, why do I buy your product for $60? The answer to that is only because I'm a YouTuber, and that's just silly. I wanted to review this day one, but I actually had higher hopes for it than, you know, what we've got going on here. What's my special emote? So what do these fragments do? Alright, so let me get this straight. These skills don't unlock until I level up, but I'm earning them anyway? I guess eventually we'll really have to pick and choose which ones we use, but... Sounds good. Graphics aren't bad. And again, there's co-op, you know. If somebody else had this, I could play with you online right now. Or I could play with a complete rando and join a random game. And I guess in that sense, you can just level up your dude playing as much of the game over again or, you know, as you want to. Just like, I mean, that's the whole thing about Diablo. You can play that a million times. Just keep moving up the difficulty levels and getting new gear. Yeah, I thought it was a $40 game too. I cannot believe I paid $60 for this. I feel like a boob now. These games have a way of looking a lot cooler in the ads than they actually end up being. There was recently a tactics game that was released for, I guess it was a Space Marine one. But it's dirt cheap now too, and I've thought about picking it up, but I'm just waiting for it to drop. I did get some cool pickups while I was out of town, and there will be a video on that. I'm actually 3 game hunting vlog videos deep right now. I'll get everybody here. Get them in here. And we're on a boosh! So what is this new maneuver I've got? Yeah, still more players in Defiance, and more fun too. Defiance 2050, I almost deleted that today for hard drive space. I was so miffed. Playing Borderlands with high-level rando people was a great way to level. Yeah. I got to catch up on all that stuff, too, because, my God. The pre-sequel and all that. Borderlands 3 will be here before you know it. We've got a new Ghost Recon on the way, and we have what promises to be a pretty cool new Call of Duty, as it is every year. IG, thanks so much for stopping in, man. Always great to have you on the scene, brother. Good things you got going on your end over there, he said as he picked up a Mittelheim soldier breastplate. Gen X, I still got to get with you. We got to schedule our co-op gaming thing we got to do. Gosh, Dustbins is so crazy. I cannot get caught up. And the last thing I needed, but still technically needed, was a vacation. And oh my God, I'm just swamped. Yeah, the Handsome collection is dirt cheap now. And I need to play through all that on there. I'm enjoying Borderlands Game of the Year edition again. And just get ready for 3 because you know it's going to be fantastic. I am excited for the Xbox deodorant and shower gels. No joke, I probably will buy those. And I know they kind of got trolled on that, but it's like, okay, I got to buy shower gel and deodorant from somebody. At least it'll auto-update. You get in the shower and the bottle looks different. Wait a minute. This isn't my shower gel. But at least it auto-updates in rest mode. Now, the PlayStation deodorant, it won't do that. You'll turn the knob for the deodorant to go up, and there'll be a 30-minute wait for it to come up. I'm off the whole work week of June 24th. Okay, I will make a note. We will talk soon. Won't be long. We'll be seeing you at SFGE. Won't be long. What is this black magic I've just casted upon the world? I've just acquired a passive skill. I'm so glad. Let's take a look. What does that do? It grants us a damage bonus. Okay. Here we go. George has scored us a couple great interviews, too. That's exciting. For each nearby enemy, damage dealt is increased and damage taken is reduced. And then what is this? Tombs of Knowledge. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. That's going to be a good time. Interested to see who all you're going to be interviewing this time. That George, man, he's right on top of it, isn't he? All right, here we go. Look at this guy just hanging out. What up, manoosh? And there was much rejoicing. So, Ice, if you got Divinity 2, you're in for a treat. I guess I'm poisoned. There's so many different character builds for Divinity 2 and ways you can go with that. It is just the ultimate. And Divinity 1 was great. So I was like, God, how do you improve on this? And yet, they did. What are these fragments going to do? I don't know. I mean, do you craft stuff later on? Warinkadink. It just doesn't tell you what the fragments do. Go ahead and heal up. A soldier beret. This is Diet Diablo. Seriously, because it's like, I'm just waiting for this to turn into something I just can't believe, and it's not doing it. But, I mean, is there a town where we can buy stuff? Is that going to happen? I don't know. It's early yet. Jester's Gaming Business here is glad you're here to check this out. We're not in love with it yet, but, you know, I don't hate it. It's just, am I going to pop this in and play tomorrow? Probably not. Not with stuff like Red Dead 2 in the house. And, you know, God, I just picked up a slew of new games. I think I bought 50 games out picking the other weekend. I mean, what am I going to do with all that? Most of it will be going to new homes, but a lot of it is going in the collection. A lot of it was stuff I needed and could not believe I was finding it. So stay tuned for new game hunting vlog videos. Very excited for that. Pepsi Clear Diablo. Alright, so we've explored all this, I think, except for this guy. Warosh! We got a community poll up on the channel asking what Emceemur series should be given the boot. I don't want any of them to get the boot, but so far it looks like Vintage Computing is on the chopping block, and that's disappointing. I thought everybody would get into that. How about another classic receipt video? Funny you mentioned that. I'm actually working on the first episode of the second season right now that actually involves a relic or an artifact sent to me by another YouTuber. And then we're just going to kick off season 2 of 90s Prices and just see how it goes. If it doesn't take off, it too could be eligible for the chopping block. I don't want it to be. But, you know, in my mind, I could produce 10 great series and keep on going. And it's like, the reality of it is there's only so much time. And I want to make sure I'm doing something that the whole of the subscribers are wanting to see, but I don't even really know what that is without the proper market research or whatever the right word is. And I don't even think the people I need to hear from are even participating in those kind of polls and things. So I just turn to you guys, and most of y'all say you like all of it, and that's why you're here in the first place, and I thank you for that. And, you know, in terms of probably just keep on doing everything, but I really enjoy the 90s Prices videos. I do too, and they're fun to make because I don't know what's on those receipts. I stacked them high, and I'm just going one by one. And every one is like a trip to the store that I remember, you know? And it's just like, man. It's like I relive it all over again. And we get to look at the games. We get an update on what the market value for those games are. Sometimes it's very surprising. And it's good to know because when you're out there doing like I do, and a lot of you do, you're out there game hunting, you're like, oh man, that's a $20 game. Then you find out it's a $90 game. It's important to know how the market changes sometimes, because what if the dude wants 20 for it and you're like, it's too much. But then it turns out the game's worth $120, and I mean, the inflation is nuts because people are so into retro gaming now. All Atari 400 all the time. You know, I actually lost subs on that video, according to analytics. People actually watched that and unsubscribed. I don't know what to say. I enjoyed it. I mean, these are the cool, unique things that I can share with you. Anybody can show you this game. They can go to the store and buy it. But the stuff I've collected and preserved throughout my entire life, and some of those games that you could still find a way to play today through emulation and enjoy just so long as you even know they exist to begin with. You know, that's what I have to share. That's what I bring to the table. There's so many tubers that are out there just telling you the stuff that you can just find out or that you already know, and that's fine. Do whatever you do, but I'm just trying to share something with you. I'm trying to bring something to the table that you might not have seen that is gonna enrich your gaming in some way. Like, wow, I want to play that. That's cool. I'll go get one. You know, it's only money. You resubbed. Did I just get a new sword? Is that what was up? Why would I have that equipped? And then that's a big health boost. We'll take that. When did you get a join button? That was today. Got tired of it asking me to get one, so I just set all that up, and you and I will have to talk shop on that. CeeLo says, this free to play. It probably should be, CeeLo. I mean, it's a Diablo rip, but no. Unfortunately, this is a $60 full price, coming at you like it's AAA, but it's not AAA Diablo clone from Maximum Games Workshop, published by Maximum Games. It's a Warhammer Diablo, and it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. How close is this game to Diablo? I mean, closer than a dadgum butt hair. Closer than a butt hair. I mean, it's like an Intrigue Gaming that was here a little while ago. He pointed out, too, great point, the user interface is almost identical, and you can look at this right here. I mean, it's right down to the little circles and the, you know, the menu there. And I guess maybe if they wanted to be more approachable in that, this is something you're already comfortable with, so you can enjoy this. But it's like, at what point are you just trying to beat Diablo and then failing because you're just not going to do that, right? Okay, what is this? Incisive Breakthrough. If I join, do I get to sleep in the garage? The garage isn't bad. I got a dehumidifier out there for the arcade machine, so you might want to do something for your sinuses. But other than that, it's nice in there. Advanced with powerful slashing strikes. Well, we know we want to do that, so put that there. Cool. Okay, so we've just about got all our options filled up. Now we can do an R1 attack. I thought this was Path of Exiles for a moment. I haven't played that. There's not enough time in the day to play everything. And I wonder where all this inventory is going that I don't use. Because there's an inventory limit in Diablo, obviously. And I've not found anywhere to offload this stuff. That's not much different than my other swing. And it has no cooldown, so I guess that's just an extra move he has. Don't have a doghouse. We don't have a dog. Used to. I'm done taking care of animals. My family are my animals. I take care of them. Have you even spoken to another character? Just the quest giver. There really isn't much else going on here. And I imagine that is going to change. Love your content. Just came to check in. CeeLo, I'm glad you came, buddy. Great to see you on TNL. I appreciate each and every one of you that checks in with us and sees what's going on the show every week. Because you know I try to keep things fresh. Oh, and look at this shiny armor thing we just got. What did we just get? I just got a trophy. So we don't know that we're wearing the best armor. It was auto-equipping there for a minute. But this looks like what we need to be wearing. Huh. Got the right shoes on. Got the right boots. And the right arm greaves. Huh. I mean, are we even supposed to be in here? We're looking for a survivor, and we're just like running around. We've already been through here once. You notice there's really not much going on in these barrels either. I can't turn the view because my thumbstick is actually a passive attack. That shield bash he does with the right stick. Look at all the doo-doo spilling on my dude. He's taking a pee-pee shower. Oh, he's getting showered with the pee-pee of everybody of the realm. Randomly beats game. Yeah, it's like Two Worlds. I accidentally hit a guy in a town and it ends the game and the credit starts rolling. That's a thing. Two Worlds, you can like speed run that in like 5 minutes. It's probably the most broken game in existence, and I didn't want it to be. But we reviewed it right here, and we wanted to see if it was the worst RPG ever. It's pretty bad. It exceeded my expectations for bad. Uncle Strange is here. Welcome, Unc. Here is our survivor. Lured us into a trap.
Take it easy, soldier. They took him. Anyone's still able to walk.
Alright, he's dead, so a lot of good that did. And now we gotta leave the sewers. So we came all the way down here to have a guy die on us. I like those little quick stabs he does with the R1 ability that we've locked in. Conrad Vollen is his name. Yeet, Conrad. Yeah, I said you don't even get to name the guy. Taking the pee-pee shower. The pee-pee water doesn't really look that great. We're all about our pee-pee water. Has to look great. All water does. Water is what we base all graphic ability on. How does your water look? Everything else in the game can look terrible, but does your water look okay? A lot of gold in these moldy chests. Yeah, golden showers. Did that gold just teleport up the side of the screen? See, it's those kind of inconsistencies where it's like, oh, well, the game looks, you know, it's got some glitches in it, but, oh, it was $29.99, so who cares? No, it was $60. Eco had great water. I never got to play Eco. I've had a copy of it come through. And those games, the puzzly ones, nothing against them at all. But they're just not my jam personally. So I opted not to hang on to that one. A colon by IP standing. Yeet! Alright, here we go. I'm back, my liege. It was a great waste of time. We waddled through PP, and the man was already dead. Yes, but they were covered in PP. Dad joke hype. Alright, we got some XP. I mean, that's a good... I haven't heard that one before. Alright, we got to visit the Collectors Guild. That sounds profitable. Here we go. This is where it's going to get real. A donation. The Collectors Guild is a guild that collects. You don't say. Sorts and categorizes all kinds of items, no matter how rare or insignificant. You can get many items. Oh, I see. So I got to increase my rep and I get a reward. So I dump my dookie off here. Misty Pie. That's another good one. I haven't heard that one. Alright, but let's give them some stuff. We got a lot of stuff. Well, starting with our swords, we don't need this. So we'll do the... I guess it's not doing anything we have equipped, so... Oh, I don't know about that. How many of them do we have? Oh my god, yeah, trade them all. You're about to trade all selected... of all types. You're about to trade all selected... No, I don't want to do that. How do I know how many of these things I have? Darren DePar. Confirm trade. Okay, that was all of them. And I guess we don't need this either. Well, we haven't even gone up in reputation yet. How is that possible? My reputation is a 1. What am I giving this guy stuff for? That ring I better be going up in. I'm going to back out and go back in. I mean... Alright, so you're supposed to donate stuff, and you're supposed to get reputation. I'm not getting anything. Okay, so they don't... The store doesn't sell anything. And you give them free stuff. It's like, this is goodwill. It's good. There's a goodwill here, but not a weapon shop? Whose idea was that? And my reputation isn't going up at all. That's a neat idea, Ice. That may work. Well, we got a lot of these, didn't we? Where would he be holding all this? Goodwill the game. I'm just hitting buttons here. I have no idea what's going on. I don't see a quantity of these items. I mean, I've hit this button like 25 times already. He had 25 breastplates. What do you have him stacked deep on his chest? I'm just not really impressed with this. I mean, I'd almost put this on the market tomorrow. You know what? Let's do it. Quick trade. Trade common. Confirm trade. Yes. How'd that work out for us? Reputation has still not gone up at all. Can I kill this guy? What was the point of all that? That's stupid. That's just a stupid idea. That's stupid, and that doesn't make any sense why that would be that way. There are certain, I mean, you're trying to think outside the box in one little area because your whole game is a ripoff of another game. And in doing so, all you did was make it not make sense. Was there a medieval Goodwill? And if there was, were there knights lining up giving them full suits of plate mail armor for free? I mean, I'm pretty sure there wasn't. This is kind of crap, dude. Whoa. I didn't like that at all. What was wrong? I mean, then what's the... I have gold, but they don't sell anything. Well, there'll be a store later on. Well, then why am I... If my reputation had gone up on that, at least maybe I'd know I was working towards something. Ye old goodwill. It was pretty much what that was. This is a stupid game. It says I'm supposed to go right here. No, I'm supposed to go down here. His name was like Teclistical or something. Testicle. Lord Testicle. Oh, God. So it's just going to be more hacking and slashing. And that's fine. But I feel like everything we've done up to this point was a complete waste of time. Yeah, the loot's just going to drop just like Diablo. And honestly, the shops in Diablo don't end up being that much of a factor anyway. You end up with more gold than you can ever spend. And the real loot is just dropped. And you find it. And that's great. But what was that reputation crap we just saw? Oh, we're on a time limit. They still haven't explained what the fragments do, and they're all over the place. Oh, what's up? Got some new shoes. Maybe you will, or just go make a donation in my name to Ye Old Goodwill, because I'm really needing to get my reputation up. Dropped off about 900 pounds of stuff, and it didn't seem to do anything. Get everybody in the center here. Drop a little attack on them. There's probably one in here, right? Yeah, that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It didn't do anything. I mean, did I not do it right? Did I not donate? Was I trading? Why is there a trade and a donation option? He doesn't have anything. He doesn't sell anything. Therefore, he can't trade for anything. That was just dumb. And again, reading on the Steam forums, all the people that didn't get their pre-order bonuses for this game, they really pooped the bed for the launch, as far as I'm concerned. I am so tired of publishers doing that. Pre-order now for the Super Ding Dong armor plate and the extra long sword of hell. Cool. And then all these people are like, oh, I didn't get my sword of hell. I looked here, it's not here. I'm being so vague, man. Tell your people what they're getting. Tell your people what they do. Tell them where they can get it. And by God, if they don't get it, you tell them where they can go to get it. And that goes all the way up. I mean, Activision and Call of Duty this past year was horrible. All I did was make a video because I was upset that I couldn't find my points. And why were they put on Black Ops? And why? Why is the store not open? And everyone was like, oh, that's a dumb reason to make a video. Yeah, well, 10,000 other people didn't think so. That many people, and then so how many didn't watch? How many didn't report it? How many people just said, forget it, I'm never buying Call of Duty again? I say it every year. Ye old budget title. It is, but my God. They think a lot of it, don't they? Got me some new breeches. Got my new breeches. I mean, they did a good job on the way the weapons and the items look on your player. Little indicator there to remind you to pop a potion. But I have not been in any danger of dying yet, really. Not with that. Alright, guys. Let's all get in the center of the room here. Whoosh! We're not doing real well here. And I guess if you fail, do you just have to do the mission over, or do you just fail and the story continues? I will admit I'm sitting here. Is there a story? I mean, not much of one. I spared you the gory details of the beginning because it's just blah, 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 evil wizard, blah, 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 big war erupted, blah, 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 hero emerged from the east, blah, 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 blah. Yawn. Alright, we're going to find these people. We got to hurry. I mean, seriously, like, sorry, I can't stay and play. Three of them aren't in one place, I wouldn't think. That's not very creative. Diablo's the same way, though. I mean, you get to where it's like, am I even taking damage? I mean, it gets to where it's just almost boring. You're in it for the loot, and it's like, you can't be killed. Now, I could play on a higher difficulty, but the point is you want to beat it on all difficulties, because if this is just like Diablo, you'll take the same character into the next difficulty setting. You'll play all the way through, and this could be promising. Oh, I'm stunned. And then you'll keep getting loot, so ideally that's, you know... Nope, you won't take me alive because I'm tough. Got him.
I'll fight until my last breath.
I'm fixing to die. Something just continued to hurt me. You have, okay, so this is neat, because we need to cross this bridge. You have several options to return to battle, but if you quit a level, you'll have to start it from the beginning again. Pay to revive. Well, that's not very expensive. I think I'll just pay to revive. So Sonic Racing came and went quickly. I don't know. I still want to play more of it. But I left on vacation almost immediately after that, so I hadn't had time to fool with it. But yeah, it didn't do much. And it knew what it was at $40, you know. And then coming to find out, the Switch version was missing content. It was missing, like, the whole opening movie to the game. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Well, it wouldn't fit on the cartridge. Well, maybe we shouldn't be doing cartridges then. I like him as much as the next guy, but...
Maybe one day I'll do the same for you.
Gee, boy. We're screwed either way we look at it. Because we've only got 2.5 minutes left. But there's only 3 more prisoners. I mean, if they're all centrally located... I mean, there's a lot of pleasure in just kabonging all these enemies and getting the XP. I gotta tell you, I've been very let down on some Warhammer games. I'd like to try that Tactics one, but I gotta tell you, this is probably my last Warhammer game, man. Because Vermintide sucked. It sucked. Oh my god, it sucked. It's so bad that I won't even buy it again to show you how bad it sucked. Just go watch my stream of it. It's ancient, but you know, I'm not doing that again. Horrible game. Horrible frickin' game. Pathetic game. Pathetic that Games Workshop would even put their name on that. I realize Warhammer's their property, but don't allow that. Just don't allow that. Get out of my way. Get over here. Oh, I gotta get rid of everybody first? Yeah, no, I hated it. I didn't get to play the new Blood Bowl, just didn't. It might have been okay, but the price drops on it suggest that it just didn't garner much attention. But yeah, and now we're at this, and it's like Vermintide, they've even made a sequel, and it's like, so we're just ignoring that the game sucked, and you're just going to make another one. Who is this for, really? And then everyone's like, oh, it's great on PC. Well, who are you talking to? I'm not playing it on PC, so I don't care. It was trash. And it wouldn't matter if it did work on PC. It was trash. One kind of enemy in the whole thing. It was just a sad bore. Yeah, I saved your life for what good it's going to do. 19 seconds. We can save a guy in 19 seconds, can't we? No, because there's no run command. Run! Whoosh! 6, 5, 4, 3. He's dead. Well, not too late to kill all these guys. Well, 6 out of 7 ain't bad. Wasn't it Meatloaf that said that? I haven't been using my shield bash. He's got so many moves, it's hard for me to remember which one I'm supposed to be using. I get hung up on a certain set of combos. But yeah, I think this is my last Warhammer game, man. They're obviously, you know, they can't get a publisher to put a game out that's worth a crap. I don't know who's making these for them. Games Workshop publishes the books. Whoever's making the games is not very good at what they do. When this hits $10, I don't even know if I'd drop $10 on it. I just don't. We're out of time for tonight, and it's just as well because I don't think there's anything else I can show you here. This is not a $60 game. It's really not even a $30 game, except maybe it is because it's day one. But $19.95 brand new is what I'll be putting this game at, and it's just not very good. It's very vague in what it wants you to do. It tries to copy Diablo, and it leaves a lot of holes in what it is you're trying to do. Asylum Angel is now following. Fantastic. But yeah, I mean, it's playable. But why am I going to do this when I have Diablo on all these? Yeah, this is a wait for it to be $4 on PSN. If you're caught up on backlog and have nothing else to do and no boogers in your nose you could pick to keep yourself busy. That's where I'm leaving it. So that's it for this TNL. I hope you enjoyed a look at this, and I hope you're going to enjoy even more not paying $60 for this game like I did. This may be on the bay tomorrow. I'm not kidding you. Just not real into this. I don't know when, where, how, or why I would pop this in a second time. It's just not that great. A lot of people said it was great in the reviews. It just had a few issues or just a few dull spots. I think that's being kind. Maybe you got a review copy. I don't know how you do things as far as those respective people that reviewed those. But I'm just going to tell you straight up, this just isn't very exciting. And if for $30, I'd be like, oh, well, it is what it is. So, you know, if you want something to play, it's cheap. Have fun with it. $60? Get out of here with $60. Ain't no $60. What a bunch of bull dunk. But you're very welcome. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the stream. If you haven't done so already, drop a like on your way out. If you're watching the recap, make sure that you drop a like on this video. Hope that you did like this video, and if you have not already done so, I hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show. Be a part of Mur-Nation. We're rising up all the fantastic things that we got going on right here in the show you need to be a part of. Make sure that you smack that notification bell so you're always the first to know when new content goes live. You can tell I've had a week off because that was not as smooth of a sign-off as you usually get from me. But that said, I wouldn't charge you $60 for it. I'd ask $29.99. Thanks so much, guys. Signing off for this week. More stuff to come, more uploads. Stay tuned. As always, Emceemur, your buddy, signing off, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.